What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a bunch of fancy blue Digimon, and frankly, I might be a little bit in love with some of these. So let's start off with Gomamon. Now, Gomamon is a fairly standard level 3. Free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 3,000 power, nothing terribly special there. But when you play it, from your Digivolution cards, you get to draw 2. Now, on the one hand, this is brilliant. Draw 2 is awesome. It's something we don't see very much at all. That's amazing. And on the other hand, hang on a second, how are you playing it from your Digivolution cards? Well, think something like Metal Garurumon from BT1, which lets you, when you are attacking, play a Digimon that is level 4 or less from your Digivolution cards without paying its memory cost. Well, that seems pretty good generally, and now you combine it with Gomamon that's going to let you draw 2 cards when you do it, and I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but that sounds pretty gosh darn good to me. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Essentially, if you're playing one of those blue decks that lets you play Digimon from your Digivolution sources without paying, this becomes a little bit of a no-brainer, frankly. This should just be a given. Now, I should mention Leopardmon here. When you Digivolve, you can play a level 4 or lower Digivolution card from one of your Digimon as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. So Leopardmon's going to work rather nicely here indeed. So that's something to bear in mind. And maybe we'll see another option as we go along. Moving on then from that really quite good Gomamon, we can take a little bit of a look at Shelmond. Now, we're not going to spend much time taking a look at Shelmond, because we've got a vanilla Digimon. It's not terribly impressive. 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 6,000 power. I will tell you that 6,000 power is more than average for a level 4, but it's still not high. Like, you're still not going to attack into the stack with this and think you're going to survive. The general rule, at least as far as I'm concerned, please feel free to disagree with me in the comment section, but I would rather have cheap to Digivolve and then go getting up to the big numbers than I would having a Digimon that was a little bit more powerful, but frankly still very, very weak. I don't know, maybe it's just me, ladies and gentlemen, but I ain't buying it and I ain't impressed. Sorry. So moving on to a Digimon that maybe is slightly more impressive, it's Daipenmon. And there are certain Digimon, when I'm looking through the set, when the set's revealed, I look at the set, and because I'm not a Digimon dude, I'm a card game dude, I learn about new Digimon generally when they have their debut, and every so often, I see a Digimon for the first time, and I'm like, that's amazing, why didn't I know about it? This is one of those. It seems to be half penguin, half peppermill, carrying 2 giant ice lollies which do appear to be being used as weapons, and I would frankly like to know why no one told me about Daipenmon before. This looks amazing. But also it's great. 7 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 7,000 power is fine. It is the standard average for a level 5, nothing particularly good or bad. But when Digivolving, for each Digimon your opponent has in play with no Digivolution cards, you get to draw a card. And that can be absolutely huge. Now, it depends. If you're playing against a Rookie Rush deck and your opponent's got 4 or 5 rookies out, and they're not Digivolving up, then you get to draw 4 or 5 cards, and that's amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, it is absolutely possible that your opponent has Digivolution cards under all of their Digimon, and that means you don't get any. Now, the ideal situation here is you get to go nuts with something like a Howling Crusher, or maybe it came out as a security card at the end of your opponent's last turn. That really is the dream here. At which point, your opponent's Digimon all have no Digivolution cards, and you get to draw multiple cards. The thing with this is, it's not always going to work, it is sometimes going to backfire, etc., etc. It's not reliable, per se. But when it works, this is absolutely brilliant and amazing and awesome, and I love it. And bearing in mind, getting rid of Digivolution sources is something that Blue does. This is one that could excite me greatly. Oh yeah, also on your opponent's turn, while a card with hybrid in its trace is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, none of your opponent's level 3 Digimon can attack. Now, I'm saving the blue hybrids for the next video because there's too many to do in one video. So Daipenmon really does straddle both videos, and I'm sorry. But the point I'm making here is this doesn't need to be a hybrid deck. This doesn't go in the hybrid video because it doesn't need to be a hybrid deck. You just need 1 or 2 hybrid Digimon to use. Obviously, in a hybrid deck, this is a great one-off. But even outside of a hybrid deck, as long as you've got a couple of hybrid Digimon around, this is amazing. Being able to turn off your opponent's level 3s, like again, if you're against a Rookie Rush deck, sure, they all play the odd level 4 here or there to give them some protection, but they are not really going to be able to survive very well against this. Against level 3 heavy decks, or if you get this rolling in the early game, this is going to win games. You get to draw a bunch of cards and turn off your opponent's level 3 Digimon in terms of not letting them attack. This is absolutely amazing. Amazing to the point there is an excellent chance with Daipenmon you never attack, because you never want to be suspended, because actually you just want to sit there and let this permanent skill just win you the game. Yes, it's far better in hybrid decks, and we're looking at hybrid Digimon next time, but sorry. What I will tell you very simply is that the Digivolution skill letting you draw potentially 4 or 5 cards is nuts. That is a kind of level we just do not see very much at all. We don't get that level of draw in the Digimon TCG. Then you're turning off your opponent's level 3 Digimon if you've gone from a hybrid. This is one of the best cards in the set, and I am absolutely in love. And speaking of cool Digimon that nobody told me existed, and that makes me a little bit sad, how about KingWhamon? Yeah, I know. Now, to be fair, we did look at Whamon the other day, and I kind of like Whamon. Incidentally, Whamon here, when you play it, you can play a level 3 Digimon from one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards as another Digimon. If you do, you may place 1 blue Digimon card from your hand at the bottom of one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards. Obviously, Whamon has a great combo with Gomamon here, because you play Whamon to play Gomamon, to draw 2 cards, and then put a new Digimon under one of your Digimon, get the inheritable skill, etc. So I love that. But now we've got KingWhamon as well. Now, in terms of play, it's a bit expensive. 12 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, both 1 more than normal. 11,000 power is standard. But when you are attacking, you may either play 1 level 3 Digimon or 1 Whamon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, add another Digimon without paying its memory cost. And that's very important, because remember, I just told you that with Whamon here, you can, when you play it, play a level 3 Digimon for one of your Digivolution cards. So, you attack with KingWhamon, then you play the Whamon that you Digivolved from, then you play something like a Gomamon as well, and essentially you attack once with this, but now you've got 3 Digimon on the field. Essentially, you Digivolve up, and then you start spreading out. Now, it's important to note that KingWhamon can only play a Whamon or a level 3 Digimon, and Whamon can only play a level 3 Digimon, so unfortunately we've got some level 4s out there that would be great here. Things like the Garurumon from BT1, that when you play it underspends one of your opponent's Digimon, or the Kolamon, which has got Blocker, which incidentally is still a good choice here because it's a 1 cost to Digivolve. It's a really good way to get up to your Whamon a little bit faster, but neither of the whales is going to allow you to play your level 4s for free, which does make me a little bit sad, because I want to be playing my level 4s for free, but essentially your choices are a level 3 or a Whamon, and then with Whamon a level 3. So like I've said, I think the play here is you attack with KingWhamon, and then you play Whamon for free, and then you use a play skill to play Gomamon for free, and then you draw 2 cards, and essentially I've attacked with my big level 6, and I've drawn 2 cards and put 2 extra Digimon into play, and then of course I've got Whamon out, so I can Digivolve that into a KingWhamon, and then attack and play the Whamon, and then Whamon can let me play another level 3. Remember, Whamon will let you play any level 3 from any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards. It does not need to be from this particular line, and this makes me super happy. And there is actually another skill here as well we haven't even mentioned yet. On your turn, when you play a Digimon from one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, which bearing in mind is absolutely what we're doing here, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hands, trashing all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. And you can look at this card like I can here and go, well, hang on a second. It doesn't say limited once per turn. There's not that little coloured box next to the your turn where it would usually say this. So what that means is you can just do this over and over. So let's put this all in, right? Let's go through the whole combo. I attack with KingWhamon. I'm an 11,000 power Digimon. I'm feeling good about attacking. Now I get to play my Whamon from my Digivolution cards. Incidentally, remember the one you play from KingWhamon has to be from its Digivolution cards. Whamon can play from anywhere. KingWhamon has to play from its Digivolution cards. So I play the level 5 Whamon from under it. Oh, I played a Digimon from my Digivolution cards. Now I get to put a level 4 or lower Digimon to my opponent's hand. But now I've played Whamon and I've activated its skill and I'm playing one of my level 3s from one of my Digimon's Digivolution cards, and I'm clearly going to be playing the Gomamon here because it's absolutely nuts. So I draw 2 cards. Oh, but now I played a Digimon from my Digivolution cards, so I get to put a level 4 or lower to my opponent's hand. And the net sum of this is I attack with KingWhamon, taking out a security, a suspended Digimon, whatever, and I have played 2 extra Digimon, so I've now got 2 extra out that I can attack with next turn, etc. I've drawn 2 cards, and I've removed 2 level 4 or lower Digimon from my opponent's field and put them back to their hand. And sure, they can replay them, but remember that replaying them means they have to pay the memory, etc. It is not, shall we say, a perfect situation. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely yes. It's phenomenal, quite frankly. And I'm in love. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to clickbait you or any of that rubbish. I think my 2 favourite cards from this set are this Daipenmon and KingWhamon, joined with Whamon. I don't usually play blue. I'm not a blue player. It's not generally my thing, but this makes me want to put on a powder blue Chargers jersey and just go playing blue cards. I am so excited to start testing these whales when this set comes out over here. This one looks absolutely brilliant. I really am in love, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to know what you think. I want to know how excited you are. I want to know if you think I'm exaggerating or whether you think this is as exciting as I think it is. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.